with video cameras. They have been tweeting, they have been Facebooking, they have been calling on the phone. So we are using the necessary press to get our story out. I don't know how much confirmations they need to do that. Another thing that I would like them to know is, or at least to consider, is the statement that Saif had put yesterday. It's a madness statement. It's a statement that he threatened that he will have bloodshed. I don't know how much confirmation do we need to get a stop, an immediate stop to this atrocity.
Okay. Shahrazad Kablan, thank you for talking to us out of Washington.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
You're watching Al Jazeera. This is our continuing coverage of the uprising in Libya. Here's what we know so far. Landlines have been cut. The internet is almost non-existent, and foreign journalists have been banned. But reports are streaming out despite all that. It's believed hundreds have died in clashes between the country's security forces and anti-government protesters. The man at the center of the storm, Colonel Muammar Gaddafi, is expected to address the nation shortly. Let's just take a look at where things stand. Live rounds have apparently been used against protesters in Libya's capital, Tripoli. We're getting reports that 250 people have been killed on Monday alone in Tripoli, and the AFP news agency is reporting that the airspace over the city has been closed. We've also been getting reports of airstrikes on anti-government demonstrators in Tripoli and Zawiya. But Muammar Gaddafi's son, Saif, he's denied this. There are some signs that Libya's leader, Gaddafi, is losing some control over his armed forces. Two senior Libyan Air Force officers have flown their fighter jets into Malta, and they defected, and they say that they were ordered to bombard protesters. Well, it's not just Air Force officers who are deserting Gaddafi. As many as 9 Libyan diplomats around the world have resigned. Libya's deputy ambassador to the UN has called on Gaddafi to step down. And the U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has described the violence in Libya as unacceptable bloodshed, and she's called on the Gaddafi regime to respect universal rights. All this as Gaddafi's second eldest son, Saif, announced that he has set up a committee to investigate the incidents taking place in the country. Let's get some perspective and speak to Dr. Osama Kubar. He's from the Libyan Information Center in Doha, and he's been blacklisted from Libya, in fact, because of the opposition to the Muammar Gaddafi regime. Dr. Osama, I just want to ask you first about the statement that we heard from the U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. It's the first statement that we've heard come out of the U.S. I mean, was it enough? She's just condemned it and said this is unacceptable bloodshed.
It's an encouraging sign. Okay, we appreciate that, but it's not really enough. And I hope it's not really too late. The bloodshed is really bad in Libya, and we are really expecting much more than this from the Obama administration. Personally, actually, I came to Doha from US. Okay, I was working there, and I was really a big supporter of Mr. Obama during his election campaign, and I'm a bit really disappointed now from really the way he treated Tunisia and then Egypt, and then I really don't believe in this kind of smart, calculated moves, things like that. No, I mean, you should really side by the people. If we're talking about democracy, okay, then the people are talking now in Libya, okay? So listen to the people, side to the people. Okay, try to do something to the people.
We've heard stronger statements come out of the EU and European countries.
Absolutely, yes, yes. From UK, it was much stronger than from US. Okay, I don't want to really talk about the Italy one because that was really a very, very disappointing one. But anyway, as long as the international community are taking notes, I personally urge them to do really more. And hopefully we can really see something really tangible things happening very soon.
Okay, the Muammar Gaddafi's son, Saif, in his speech, he said that the world will not allow chaos in Libya and will interfere to stop it. That's what we said. Have we seen any of that yet?
No, no. There is no chaos. Libyan people are really united, east, west, south, north, okay? Don't believe what he's saying. It was very lousy speech.
So in your opinion, there's absolutely no risk of a civil war?
No, no, no. There's no really risk of that whatsoever. People in the west of Libya, actually, they were chanting, okay, for Benghazi. Okay, so no, Libyans are really united everywhere. Okay, in fact, like I'm from the west side of Libya, okay, and on Friday and Saturday it was very bad in Benghazi, and we really thought of really running there to Benghazi, okay, to be with my people there. These are my people. Most of my friends are from Benghazi. Okay, like we are like brothers. So don't believe what these guys are saying.
I want to talk to you. There's a lot that we have to talk about on Al Jazeera, but I want to talk to you about the situation on the ground. And we hear that the air space has been closed. I mean, what does that mean for people that are inside the country?
I don't think it means much, really. I mean, people cannot really travel abroad now by planes from Libya. So I don't think it means much to the local people. It doesn't really mean much, no.
Okay, and in terms of these defections, we saw Air Force pilots defecting to Malta. We've seen 9 Libyan ambassadors resigning from their posts.
These are true Libyans. I mean, these are true Libyans. Everyone has to take a stand. Okay, people are really dying with large numbers in Libya. Okay, this is genocide. In fact, I am really disappointed from Mr. Ali, the Libyan U.S. ambassador. Okay, because he stopped short from calling it genocide, while the Libyan representative in the United Nations, he went to the distance and he did call it genocide. It is a genocide. What's happening in Libya is an awful thing. But people are really united. It is the Gaddafi's and his thugs. I would not really call it the government or the regime. The regime is gone. Okay, the military is really taking the side of the people. Although I wish to see the military are doing more. Okay, in Tunisia, the military they didn't just take a side, take the people's side. No, they really interfered. Okay. And we know what happened in Egypt when Hosni Mubarak ordered to strike the people in the square of liberation, and the army refused to do that. Okay, I'm really calling on the Libyan army to really take a firm stand here. This is their moment. This is really their time to stand tall. Okay, they have, I know for sure they have been oppressed. It was only Gaddafi who was ruling Libya. No one else really can say anything in anything in Libya. Even like I think you have heard the Libyan ambassador in the United Nations. He doesn't really know what's happening in Libya in terms of at the government level and whereabouts of Colonel Gaddafi. No one really knows anything in Libya. It is only him who's running every single thing.
He calls the shots on every level.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, Dr. Osama, thank you very much for giving us your views there on Libya. So, as we're saying, a rapidly developing situation, and